It was a draw. So now it's the
Yeah.
rematch.
Um,
Um, I don't know. I think Mac got a little bit more pop than Cray Cray. Cray Cray just kind of he
fast,
got nice
real,
flurries. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
fast,
But
real agile when good with angles. He a good boxer too.
yeah,
He definitely a good
yeah,
boxer.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I
He's
mean, like
solid.
I
He's
said,
solid.
it was a good ass fight. The first fight, I was there. It was a good fight. That was a good ass fight. So I can go even way. I ain't going to cap.
Mm.
What's good,
So
Tiger
I
Box?
don't know, man. The rematch might end up in the draw, but I don't see. I think I mean, honestly, I can't really call this one to be honest, because they really are equally matched. Like, really, it's kind of hard to say. But look, Cray Cray does have advantage in speed if he knows how to use it, and his footwork. There's really no way Mac's supposed to be as coming as close, but Mac is so solid that he's not concerned with the speed. You know what I mean? Like, there's a
Mm.
difference. The speed, it can be effective, but it also can be a hindrance. You know what I mean? You can just be throwing punches at somebody just blocking. I'm like, the speed got to be pinpointed. You know what I mean? It got to be utilized at the right times, not just used. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, but for Matt to be a solid puncher, he doesn't. You know, I don't think he's gonna back down from those type of punches that's coming at him. So that's the only
Mm.
thing little Cray Cray got to worry about, relying on his speed and getting hit with something that he don't see because he's too busy punching.
That's deep. That's deep.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine wanted to know, Gorilla, December, I think it's December 4th.
What?
Against the
Gorilla versus
magician.
You,
magician. Gorilla versus you talking magician? I don't care. I don't care who I fight. Y'all already know me. Yeah, I don't care about who I fight. And I ain't even been trained. I still fight niggas. I'm with all the smoke.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got your answer, Sunshine.
yep, we got you. All right,
So
well,
is
Vanna
magician
Black,
gonna show up?
That's
I
a
mean,
good
that is
question.
the word. I mean,
Magician,
that
where
is the
you at? You
word.
you was just commenting. I just heard you say something in the pros. We can run it. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure it out how that really goes. Cause I'm like, hold on, you just saying the pros. Are you going pro or something? Like, you going? So you going to pay you? So you want the paid ass whooping?
Hey, ass whooping.
That's way worse than the damn free one, boy.
He said you want the paid ass whooping.
Like, you talking about put? I'm trying to figure out how you think it's gonna go when the money on the line, boy.
That's funny,
I
man.
mean, that would be a good fight, though. That would be a good fight.
So
I
gorilla,
think he
so
has to lower his
magician,
weight. He has to lower his weight to fight you, though.
Who
right,
me?
right. Because yeah, I'm saying so. Magician on the line right now is magician. You gonna fight gorilla on the fourth or no? That's what we want to know.
Oh, yeah, we waiting for him to respond. I think he said
He said I'm here and all, but I ain't hear nothing about.
he ain't respond yet. Okay, cool. I don't know if he has to lower his weight. I don't know
Yeah,
if
his
it's
lower his weight against
Yeah,
Savannah
I'm
Black.
down to 213 now.
So how much you weigh, magician?
how much you weigh,
Well,
but
shit don't
just
matter. Gorilla done fought somebody about 80 pounds heavier than him.
I did.
he said it's up to the bro. So he said it's up to you, magician. I mean, gorilla.
It don't matter.
He's a 245.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to. It's up to you if you want to answer now. But certainly know that there is a challenge. Someone is inviting. I mean, you're a homie, so at the end, I think he's inviting a stiff competition for you if you do show up on Saturday.
All right. I'll take that. I'll take any match. I ain't got no problem with no matches. I was just ready to fight a dude 206'5", 275 pounds that can't get a ring. Mountain State.
Oh, well, there we
Yeah.
go.
I don't doubt my skills at all because I never know until I get in that ring and work. You know what I mean?
Word.
So
So yeah,
with all the
I'll be
smoke.
there. I'm gonna be there for it.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
down.
well, there we go. He'll be there as well.
For
And
sure.
so it looks like that might be a match.
Yeah.
And so
Shout out
Venom Black, man, we're
magician
going to
though.
give you the last word. Yeah. Shout him out. So you
Hey,
give us the last word.
um, I wouldn't. for this type of fight that's going in, look, I wouldn't blink. You know what I mean? Because this is where you got two boxer punchers that can literally hurt each other with any shot that they throw. So this is definitely one that I would not take your eyes off of this one. I promise you. And I got a lot. I got some stress on my chest. I need to get off. So I ain't trying to hear it.
Word, brother. Well, we appreciate the time. Good luck in the fight. Good luck in your preparation.
Yeah,
We know it's going to be a banger, so I can't wait. Can't wait to see it, brother.
no
Appreciate the
doubt,
time.
man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all inviting me on the show for the press conference. Sorry, Showtime didn't get up here and talk because I would have told him to his face as well. You know what I mean? Like it's just like that. You know what I mean? Like no disrespect. He know it's all love, but at the same time, I would never just talk behind his back. I definitely tell him, "Bitch, you better be ready."
Well, hopefully, I know his phone was acting up, so maybe he might come on at the end, but we'll see. But we appreciate your time, brother. Appreciate your time,
No
Gorilla.
doubt.
All right.
Appreciate you. All right, G. I'm gonna holler at you.
What's up, brother? So before we bring on Lil Cray Cray and Lil Mac, we definitely want to spend because there's a number of fights that are going to be in this card, and so this is a huge event, and so we wanted to bring on, a newcomer, someone who's actually fought one time before, but I think he holds the claim right now as the first Mexican fighter or fighter from Mexico. I should say that fighter from Mexico to compete at the Streetbeefs OG Yard. So here we go. Let's bring on Knight Rider. Yo,
Hey,
what's up,
how
Knight
are you
Rider? How you
doing?
doing?
All good, man. I'm just very ready for Saturday.
Okay. And so, how'd you hear about Streetbeefs from Mexico?
Uh, I mean, I always liked street fights, like that's how I started boxing, like in the streets. And I mean, I was like someday, like at midnight, like watching YouTube fights, and I knew the Liga Strelka, but I didn't know Street Beefs. And like it appeared and I like click it and I started like being an addict to Street Beefs now. Like I watched like 30 fights daily, and like one day I said myself like it would be like really really awesome like life goals if I one day like go to Virginia and like just fight. And like in January I fly all the way from Mexico, from Monterrey, Mexico, and then I did like a connection in Dallas, and from Dallas I went to Richmond, and from Richmond I took like a bus to get to Winchester, and that's how like I first fight in Street Beefs. And after that I like told everyone like, damn, this is where I belong. Like I absolutely will be back here. And now on Saturday, like I'll be back. It will be my second fight, and I like live in Mexico, bro.
And word has it that you are also going to fight at the Streetbeefs West Coast branch. Is that right?
Oh yeah, it's because I actually just moved from Mexico to Los Angeles 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I'm like living in America right now. So like it's easier for me to fly from here to Virginia, and then like from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, it's like 2 hours or 1.5, like nothing. So like right now, it's my moment for being like very very active in Street Beefs, and like I'll conquer what's mine.
That's awesome. And what weight class do you fight in?
Uh, I'm a 125
Okay. Did
boxer,
you have any?
just boxing.
Okay. Did you have any boxing experience before you got to Streetbeefs?
Yeah, I started boxing when I was like 19 years old. I'm 24 now, and I started like boxing daily when I was 21. So right now, like I have like 2 or 3 years that I haven't stopped like daily training. So when I first fight, like I was good, but not as good as I am right now. Like right now, my IQ and my heart fight, like it's very up. Like when I first fight, I was not even like amateur. I was like really, really noob, and I still won. So right now, like I'm very uh, trusting a lot of myself,
Mm.
and I change a lot. Like now, I'm very, very calm. I'm a very calm fighter.
And so you have a fight coming up this Saturday, right, at the
Yeah,
OG Yard.
and I'm like planning on fighting the 18 at the Sandbox in Las Vegas also.
Oh
Mm.
So
wow.
if they choose me, I'll go there. I was wanting to fight on the Saturday event, but I didn't get choose. But now that I'm very active in the group, I think my chances are higher. And after they see me at the OG Yard, the show that I'm gonna put on, I think it's gonna be unbelievable. And they're gonna choose me like ASAP. So I'm very ready. I mean, I can fight like every Saturday if it's necessary. I don't care. Like boxing, it's my life. I came to America and I moved to America just for boxing. Like I won't return back to Mexico until I became like pro or something.
Well,
Wow.
here we go. We have Tank himself, Tiny Tank, right? Who runs Street Beast West Coast with Bushido Zed. He says you're picked. There you go.
Ooh,
There you
awesome.
go, my man. Right on the show, exclusive.
This is like
There
the
we
happiest
go.
day of my life. Like I got a fight on the OG yard and I got a fight on the sandbox. Really?
What?
Whoa.
Yep. There we go, man. You got to fight. Well,
That's
What?
congrats,
awesome,
man.
man.
Congrats on being,
Thanks a lot.
getting picked
I'm
for
gonna put a
both.
show. Like I'm very ready.
Okay. And so when you say put on a show, what are we talking about? We talking about first round knockout, or we just talking about you just be flossing your skills all 3 rounds?
Uh, I mean, for being a 125er, I got knockout power, but I'll think I just show off my speed and my head movement. So if I get the knockout, it will be awesome, but I won't like be pushing it for it to come. Like it will come like naturally. Like I trust my skills, and I think
Yeah.
that I'm gonna show off like more of my skills than my knockout power.
Word. And so we got a couple of Street Beast fighters in here or welcome you to the sandbox.
Yeah,
Right.
el
And
boxeo
so
es la vida de nosotros. That's right, magician. Boxing is life. No boxing, no life.
well, do you feel that you have any pressure on you now that I mean you're saying that you're going to put on a performance, but also you represent a country at the moment, right? You're kind of the international
Mm,
representative of Mexico.
yeah, no pressure. I mean, I already told you I'm a very, very calm pressure. I'm a very calm fighter. So I won't be pressured because I mean, I woke up and I box. Like before sleeping, I shadow box. Like all my day, it's like boxing, 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 boxing. And like now, my mission is like to become pro or like someone in boxing. So I mean, I don't have any pressure because it's like what I do all day long. Like
Yeah.
and like there's really nobody around my weight, like 125ers. So I always fight like 135ers, 145ers. Like, I mean, I'm like used to being like punched with a lot of more power than I have because it's very, very difficult to find somebody my weight.
Hmm.
Word. Well, we're looking forward to your fights, brother. And so, any last words to
Thanks a
your
lot,
fans, those
bro.
who are following you?
Uh, I hope that they're ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna give like everything I got, a lot of heart, and thanks for the support. You you will be like very satisfied after my performance.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, I'm confident that you will put on a performance, brother. So we appreciate the time. Thanks for coming on the
Thanks a
show,
lot,
and good
brother.
luck in your
And no,
preparation
thanks
and your
for your
travels.
time. Thanks a
Absolutely.
lot, brother. Anytime you want, I'm here for all the crew.
Absolutely.
We're gonna hold you to that.
Gracias, hermano. Gracias.
De nada. Good
All
night.
right, brother. Yeah, good night. Man, that's awesome, right? To have the first kind of representative from Mexico fighting in the OG yard and then coming to the sandbox. That's pretty awesome.
For sure, for sure. I mean, I think it's a testament. It speaks to Streetbeefs' reach. Like, we got people from Mexico flying in. Bro, relocated. He said he lived in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm taking it serious. And so for those who are slacking, those who are not taking your fitness, your fighting seriously, you got a young man right here who's willing to put it all on the line, and he's gunning for you. So make sure you're on your P's and Q's, because he's coming. If you're in his weight class, he's coming for you. And as he said, he's going to put on a performance.
And so 125, what weight class is that?
You know, I don't know, because I know that in, boxing weight classes are different from MMA weight classes. Like, and I know that in Streetbeefs, the weight varies. And so it's hard to tell at the moment. I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat has more expertise on that. But I mean, whatever class that is, just be ready, because he's coming.
he is coming.
All right, and so
before we continue,
yep,
we got Shaggy from Scooby Doo in our chat. He's paying attention, and I'm freaking out. Is it normal? Does Shaggy always watch our streams? Shout out to Shaggy for tuning in. I don't know who this man is, but
we appreciate you for tuning in, and everyone else who's tuning in, right? And so, yeah, I mean, we always appreciate the love and support. Make sure you subscribe, right, to the channel, so that we continue to do these kind of press conferences. So we have arrived. We have arrived to the moment I think you are all been waiting for. So if you know someone who was in here earlier waiting for a little Cray, little Mac to show up, make sure you let them know now. Like, they're about to come on, right? And we're about to, have a discussion with them, have a convo. So before we do that, we put together a small little promo. So let's actually put the promo up first. And as soon as the promo's done, we'll have both Lil Cray and Lil Mac on.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Little Mac, Streetbeefs sensation versus Little Cray YouTube sensation.
All right, let's go, baby.
You don't want to miss this fight. It has everything you want to see in a boxing match. Technique, speed, power. I mean, Little Cray is so fast, you would think he's Pacquiao, son. And then you got Little Mac, who you would think is the white Mike Tyson. All these guys are ready to take each other's heads off, and they're ready to settle the draw. Who's going to be the better man? Don't miss this fight. We will find out.
Yo.
What? Good.
That promo was
Gentlemen,
fire.
how y'all doing?
Hey, Wizard, can we take time to acknowledge the Wizard? This man right here. This man right here. He doing all of that.
He did.
I tried.
That was dope. That was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate
send me that so I can post it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you both. So I appreciate Prince KT for with the vocals, right, laying down the narration. So both of y'all gentlemen have a huge fight coming, right? You already fought once before, but before we get into the actual fight, to the rematch, I just want to take a few steps back, right? So, Lil Cray, I know that you're kind of the YouTube boxing sensation. People have been talking about you. I mean, I've been watching you for a long time, right? And so how'd you get into Streetbeefs? Like, what attracted you to Street? Because you fought in so many different yards and so many different places. Like, how'd you end up in Streetbeefs?
I mean, like, before I started my channel, I was watching Streetbeef all the time. Like, I always wanted to join it, but like I tried to join a long time ago, but like I couldn't reach out to y'all. Like, it was hard to reach out to y'all because y'all, you know, y'all got a big fan base. But I reached out to Lord Benz, and he responded to me, and then that's how it all started. And he told me to pull up, and then yeah.
And so, how was your experience fighting at Street Beefs? Because you went, because I was there when you showed up. So I was there for your first fight, for the first fight between you two at the West Coast Invasion. And at that time, it was packed. Like there were just so many fights going on. And
It
so,
really was.
and so,
It was a
how did
big
you
crowd.
feel your first time?
See, I was a little bit nervous, but like, all the people and stuff shouting in the backgrounds and stuff. I was a little bit nervous, you know. But fought through it. Got gassed a little bit, but this time you're gonna see different me.
Yeah, we already got people calling you out. I got winners. So this is Lil Diesel. He was at the West Coast Invasion. He is the West Coast champ. I think he's at your what's your weight again?
Shit, I fight all weight class. Right now I'm trying to get as much weight as I can. I'm at like 139 right now, but I am moving down soon though. But I'm trying to move up to 155 to fight Lil Mac. Yeah.
Word. And so let's walk you through. Let's walk us through the first match. Right, had you heard of Lil Mac before going into the fight with him?
Not really. Never. Not really. But they told me I was fighting Lil Mac. I just watched one of his videos before my fight. That's about it. But I never heard of him before I fought him. Never.
And so, what was your assessment of him when you first saw his video?
Yeah, he's like a straightforward coming fighter. He got a good over two. Yeah, that's one thing. The couple things I noticed.
Word. And then Lil Mac, let me ask you this: have you watched Lil Cray Cray before you fought him? Did you know anything about him?
No, I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah, and I know at some point. I know that they were teasing. I know Face was teasing people. Say, "Hey, we got this huge YouTube star who's coming to the yard, who's going to fight, and we're going to choose Lil Mac to fight him." And so, how did that come about?
I got a phone call one day, and he called me and asked me if I would be willing to fight this YouTube guy, and I didn't even know who it was. And he asked me if I would go and I could go and look him up. And then I can come back and say I want the fight or not. But I just told him let's roll with it. And so afterwards, then I went and I looked him up.
And so, what was your impression after you looked him up?
He's quick, he's fast, and he's good. I mean,
and so, did you have a game plan going into the fight?
not really. I just go out there and fight. That's it. That's all I do. I don't care about who it is, who the opponent is. I just fight. That's what I love to do. So that's where I'm at.
Can I ask, how did y'all feel about the first fight? Y'all's first fight. How did y'all feel about it? We'll start with Lil Mac and then Lil Cray Cray. You can speak after.
I didn't feel like I was on my game. I felt like I was holding back too much, and that. So I just didn't feel right, but I don't have any excuses. So I liked the fight, so it was good.
Well, let me ask you this before Lil Cray Cray answers this. I know, I was there, I was present. And so I know that when it was time for the fight to happen, I know that you didn't have your gloves, like you didn't have your hands wrapped, you weren't fully prepared. And so do you think that affected your performance going into the fight? Because literally you had to step into the ring and they were putting everything on you as you're about to fight Lil Cray Cray, and Lil Cray Cray standing across, look already warmed up, ready to go.
Well, they told me that there was like 11 fights ahead of me. So I went to the car, and 15 minutes later I come back and they're like, "Oh, they're looking for you. It's time to fight." So yeah, I didn't have any time to warm up, but I don't have any excuses. So it was all good.
How you feel about the first fight, man?
For me?
Yeah.
Hey, I feel great. He's a pretty decent fighter. Strong jab, straight come forward. I'm gonna be a little bit smarter in the second fight, faster. Y'all gonna see. Y'all stay tuned.
Ooh.
Was there anything surprising in your match? That surprised you while you two were going at it for 3 rounds?
Yeah, he came. He got great stamina. He don't stop. He can't come forward. That's one thing I noticed about him. Yeah.
And with him, he fires off right away. So fires off right away, and he does the quick combos. So yeah.
No, it was clear when you look at the match, especially when I was cutting up the promo, like it was clear right off the jump, like Lil Cray Cray was on you. Like he was firing off. I think you were trying to fill him out, but it seemed like as the fight was progressing in the 3rd round, it seemed like you had more energy. It seemed like you were pushing the pace more. And it also seemed like you were utilizing more of the gate, right? Trying to trap him in the gate. And so was that part of the strategy as you were fighting him?
You know, honestly, for some reason, I feel like I'm too relaxed when I'm fighting. And so I had to get out of that mentality of being too relaxed and just start pressing.
And then a little Cray Cray. And as you said, right, you were starting to get tired towards the end. How'd you feel when he was putting on the pressure in the 3rd round?
I wasn't really like feeling the punches. It was just most of the fatigue. Like it's a new environment, like But I'm pretty sure I adapt to it. The second fight I fought Money Meal, but I'm pretty sure I adapt there now. So the second fight, expect a lot of fireworks.
And so, Lil Cray Cray, because I know that you fight wherever, whenever, right? And so, how is this fight with Lil Mac different from your previous fights?
This one's gonna be a winner and a loser. So, like, I'm gonna give it my all.
No, so I'm talking about like
I'm gonna bring it.
So prior to y'all's first fight, you fought anywhere and everywhere, right? Like as I understand it, you got a whole YouTube page built upon just like catching fades wherever, whenever. And so
you're just pulling up.
Right. And so how does that format feel as opposed to fighting in the ring with Lil Mac at the OG yard? How are those two things different?
It's a little bit different because you got a lot of crowd over there shouting, like you're getting nervous. A lot of people over there screaming, shouting. It's different,
Yeah. Is it a good different, bad different?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I just got to get used to it. I was a little bit nervous at first. It was a lot of people. It was the first event I've been at, an underground event that had a lot of people.
That's dope. And so, Lil Mac, how was fighting Lil Cray Cray? Because like you get these, social media influencers, YouTube people. It can kind of be like, I don't know if he really boxed like that, right? Like, how did your first fight with Lil Cray Cray match up to what you perceived of him through his videos?
Yeah. To be honest with you, every fight that I've had, I got no emotion towards it. Like I just love to fight. That's who I am. And yeah, I went and I checked that he was he has a lot of followers, a lot of people watch his stuff and everything. So, a little bit nerves there. Yeah. But I got emotion towards it. I'm just ready to fight. I'm gonna see you on Saturday.
So we got Cheddar, one of the viewers. He's asking, who is your favorite boxer to both fighters? Lil Cray Cray, Lil Mac.
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah.
Say it again. No bad.
Who is your favorite fighter?
Right now? Gervonta Davis.
Oh, that's dope.
He's fighting Sunday.
Yeah, why?
He's southpaw and he a very entertaining fighter. Like he come to fight like not like all the like Shakur David. He knock out people and I like watching that.
Word. What about you, Lil Mac?
Triple G is my favorite fighter.
Interesting. And so why Triple G?
Because he doesn't take a step back. He just keeps going forward.
Yeah, pretty much like you, right? And so as soon as you said that, I was like, okay, yeah, I can see why you like him.
Yeah, that is why.
And so Lil Diesel had a question for y'all. Who's your favorite Street Beefs West Coast fighters or just Street Beefs fighters if you don't have any in mind?
My favorite fighter?
Street Beefs.
Yeah, and Street Beefs.
Gotta be Showtime. He surprised me the last fight because he fought that Golden Glove fighter who, like, I see him fought a couple times. New York up here is pretty decent. And Showtime just proved me wrong. Like, Showtime was a beast. He's nice.
Yeah. What about you, Lil Max? How about yourself?
My favorite West Coast fighter is Lil Diesel, and I know that he puts in the work, and I watch him. Like, I watch all his videos. I follow him on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm definitely trying to come out there and get one with him.
Hey,
yeah, that'll be dope.
Like he's trying to fight you, bro. Diesel said he got the winner of this fight early on. So when y'all first jumped on, Diesel was like, whoever wins this fight, he wants to fight. So
sounds good.
And what was also interesting before you fought Lil Cray Cray, he was actually matched up with you for the West Coast Invasion.
Yes, he was. And once I got the phone call, then they switched it. So,
I mean, what did you think of Lil Diesel's performance out there?
he was good. Just I think he uses a little bit too much energy, too much. Pat tries to throw too heavy, but once he gets that down to where he can just calm down a little bit, he'll be good, really good. He's good, but he'll be really good.
Or Bashudo Zed, who is one of the co-founders and branch managers of Streetbeefs West Coast, said, hit him up. Both of y'all. If y'all trying to go to the West Coast and fight the Streetbeefs West Coast fighters, hit him up. All right, so let's talk about your two fight, right? So is there a game plan or are y'all just going to go and fill it out like y'all did the first time? Is there a game plan coming into this fight?
I can't say. I got something up. Yeah.
And for me, I'm just going to come fight. So that's it. I'm going to come and be the dog that I am. So that's all I can say about that.
Is this a title match?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
So Street Beefs has gotten rid of titles. So we'll talk about it at a later time.
Okay.
And so with that, what is the outcome? How does this all play out in the end? And the way that you see this, do you see it all going? Is it 3-rounder or 5-rounder?
I don't even know.
I believe it's 5 rounds.
Okay, so if it is 5 rounds,
that changed things.
Yeah, it does change things. And so what do you think the outcome is after a 5-rounder?
Shit, respect. And
Look, Craig, look. We went in there. We did something.
I'm gonna come to fight though, for sure. I didn't know it was gonna be 5 rounds though, but shit, it is what it is.
Craig said, "Let me go do some cardio right now. I'm about to actually run a lap." So we got a lot of people in the chat who are putting money on Cray Cray. We got some people supporting Lil Mac. We got a lot of people supporting Lil Cray Cray. Lil Mac, who you think taking this, man? Do you think he taking this in the first? You think he taking it in the third? You think it's going all 5? What's your prediction?
I don't even know. The only thing that I can say is I'm coming to fight. I'm a dog and I'm gonna be there until that bell stops or someone drops. That's it.
And Lil Mac, before we go to Lil Cray Cray, do you feel like you're the underdog here?
I don't look into it, but probably because he has such a big following that everybody's behind him, and he's earned that. But
so we got Shaggy. Somebody said Max second round.
They said Mac 2nd round. There we go, Shaggy.
Mac gonna take it. How you feel about that, Lil Cray Cray? You think it's gonna be 2 rounds? You think it's going on 5?
We'll see Saturday.
Little Cray Cray ain't trying to give up nothing. He's like, yo, we just gonna find out on Saturday.
Yeah, man. I love to fight. Enjoy fighting. So yeah, I'm coming to fight.
All right. And so, any last words to y'all?
Yeah, man.
We gonna back out. Let y'all kind of just square off. Last words. What do you want to say to him?
Yeah, I got. So, see you Saturday, boy. I'm gonna put that work in.
That's all it is. We're going to get that work in, see what happens.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Word. All right. Well, there you have it. All right. I think one is that this is going to be a dogfight. I think if you saw the first fight, you know that these two went out to scrap. Even if you just look at the promo itself, there was so many clips that I could have used that I didn't use for the promo because it was action packed all the way through. And so I can only imagine what this looks like 5 rounds from now.
Yeah.
Like a 5-round war between those two. Oh man, that would be crazy.
And I think that kind of changes the predictions. So now it's kind of a conversation of if you don't have the power, it's a conversation of cardio. How long can you go? Yeah. So I think it going 5 rounds kind of takes both fighters out of their elements. And I don't know for sure, but if it is 5 rounds, I think it'll take both fighters out of their elements.
Yeah, you know the interesting thing is that because Lil Cray Cray didn't know it was going to go 5 rounds. And so that could play a huge factor. Like you said, it could be a cardio issue. It could be a huge issue, especially when you look at the first fight. The first fight, it went 3 rounds, and Lil Cray Cray at the end was starting to fade. Although, like the first round, he was on fire. He was targeting Lil Mac. He was firing off the first round, but by the 3rd round, you can tell Lil Mac was starting to take over. He was starting to apply the pressure, put him against the gate, and really tee off. And so now that this is going 5 rounds, we're talking about 2 additional rounds. And he didn't even know he was going to go 5 rounds. And so if you don't even, you're not even preparing for a 5-round fight. And the thing is, I've seen Lil Cray Cray fight for many years. And so I know that he's ready to go all the time, right? Just look on his YouTube. This dude is always fighting. However, this is 5 rounds. And this is in front of a huge crowd.
Yeah.
And there's a lot on the line. And so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this all kind of shapes out.
It is, man. But I think it's going to be a historic one. I think it's going to be another one to build momentum for the fight that's going to take place. I think December 4th is historic in Streetbeefs history, especially LGR, because there's a lot of just crazy fights about to take place. It's a lot of things is going to be happening soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And so from Showtime to Venom Black, we have Lil Cray Cray, the Lil Mac. And then we have Knight Rider, right? The international sensation himself. I got some Lil Cray Cray mac and cheese.
I don't know what your choice is. Is that Lil Cray Cray? Is that Lil Mac?
Word. Well, for those who tuned in late, just want to make sure, hey, we have an award show that's coming up. But an award show coming up on the 26th, December 26th, the day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas.
All right, where we award, right, the fighter of the year, the KO of the year, submission of the year, the fight of the year, the most improved, the rising star. I mean, we have tons of awards to give out. And so if you are a fan of Streetbeefs, you're a fan of the fighters, be sure to tune in because we had so many judges weigh in on who are the top 5 and who are the specific winners. And so there was tons of great candidates and nominees in all the different categories. And it was tough. I was tallying up all the different votes. It was tough. It was neck to neck on a number of those categories. So it's going to be exciting to see. No one will know the results until the day of. And so if you want to know if you made it in the top 5, make sure you tune in. And then if you do make it in the top 5 and you are the winner, make sure you're ready to jump on the show because we're going to be calling you on and say, hey, congratulations, call you on the show, get your acceptance speech ready, Get ready to shout out your friends and family. So it's going to be a whole thing, a whole vibe.
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
And so just again, to let y'all know, to remind y'all, the 26th, December 26th, be there, be square. You're going to forget or you're going to miss out on a monumental opportunity. We're going to be showcasing these winners. They're going to be winning awards. So Heart in the Fight. Now, and I want to return here because I want to transition into you all supporting our channel. Heart in the Fight is trying to position ourselves as a network that elevates the voices of fighters. We want to highlight and award these fighters because we think that their stories should be recognized. That's all we're doing. And so this award show is monumental and historic simply because we get to notify and build the legacy of these fighters. And we already know, right? There are legacies that are born and created through Streetbeefs. We want to do our job to amplify these fighters even more, right? We are in the internet age. And so this is what our platform is here to do. Nothing more, nothing less. And so this award show at the end of the year is y'all's contribution to acknowledging your favorite fighters. It's our contribution. It's all of the people who's voted. This is a People's Choice Award. Like, I want you to be clear. Me and Daniel are not sitting here like, this person should get it. This person should get it. Like, we're not doing that.
No.
We're doing it bigger with the actual award.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, right, I think this is a really important note that you're hitting on, right, is that we had your peers vote on you, right? And so you're getting acknowledgments from your peers. Those who have watched you fight, they get to assess your skill, assess your talents in your fights, and they evaluate whether or not you made it in the top 5 or you the winner. So you not only are you being, acknowledged by your peers, but you're also being acknowledged by, admins and mods who also watch, who don't fight but watch, who are consistent fans and always, doing their best to promote your fights and promote Streetbeefs in general. And so, I mean, again, we had 36 judges. 36. That's a whole lot of judges. And so we just wanted to make sure that we eliminate as much bias as possible so that we can get an actual account on who is the winner for these awards.
And so, again, to amplify the voices of these people who are contributing to Streetbeefs,
Yes.
all it takes is a subscription to Heart in the Fight. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're on a mission. We are a year plus from our inception. We Daniel and Omar started this last year. I want to say a little bit before the pandemic. And so we are a year plus in Heart of the Fight. And we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And this is the part in the live where we ask y'all to hit the subscribe button. You stayed for the whole show. It's been 23 of y'all since we started. Stay for the whole show. You might as well hit the subscribe button. Share it with your folks. If you know some people who like talking about fighters, like getting to know fighters and hearing their stories, share it with your folks. We're here to just elevate the stories of the people who are participating, man. And your subscription help us do that.
Word. And so we're just gonna now, sign off with just playing the promos back to back, and then we'll do and then we'll just outro from there. So appreciate y'all. And so until then, make sure you double down on your commitments to your life. Now here is Venom Black's promo, and then you'll see Lil Cray Cray versus Lil Mac promo, and then it exits out. Appreciate y'all as always. Thank you.
You want to know what I think when I hear these two names? Warriors. When we talk about two humans turned animal, locked in a cage, ready to kill whatever in front of them on that given day, we have that in this fight. You want to talk about taking on the best, making them look average? Well, check, we have that in this fight. You want to talk about culture? You want to see someone who puts their state, their family, everything they stand for on their back and carry it into the fight, and they stop at nothing to make sure they're standing tall at the end to carry it out with them. They fight with honor. Well, ladies and gentlemen, fight fans, look no further. We have that. Satan's backyard, two of the best. Showtime versus Venom Black. Who's going to be the best? Who's going to be the best boxer in Streetbeefs history? Who's going to be the greatest warrior? We're going to get these questions answered. Streetbeefs sensation versus Little Cray Cray YouTube sensation.
All right, let's go, baby.
You don't want to miss this fight. It has everything you want to see in a boxing match. Technique, speed, power. I mean, Little Cray Cray is so fast, you would think he's Pacquiao, son. And then you got Little Mac, who you would think is the white Mike Tyson. All these guys were ready to take each other's heads off, and they're ready to settle the draw. Who's going to be the better man? Don't miss this fight. We will find out.